In a quiet town in Kansas, there lived a young mechanic named James Carter. He worked long hours in a local auto repair shop, fixing engines, changing oil, and patching tires. His hands were always dirty, his clothes smelled of grease, and his bank account was almost always empty. But James had something most people didn't notice: curiosity. At night, after the garage lights went off, James sat in the back room with an old laptop. He didn't play games or scroll through social media. He taught himself to code, HTML, JavaScript, Python, line by line, from free tutorials and YouTube videos. Most people in town didn't take him seriously. "You're a mechanic," they'd say. "You're good with tools, not tech." James would smile and reply, "A car has a system. So does software. I just fix things." After 2 years of balancing engines by day and coding by night, James saw something online that made his heart race. A company in Seattle was offering a junior developer position. No degree required, just skill and passion. James knew this was his shot. He spent 3 sleepless nights building a mobile app for car maintenance, a tool that let users track oil changes, repairs, and costs. He submitted his resume with the app as his portfolio. A week later, the company called him in for an interview. James walked into the high-rise tech building in Seattle, feeling out of place among the people in suits and shiny shoes. He wore a clean shirt, jeans, and carried a folder with notes and diagrams. In the interview, one of the senior engineers looked at his resume and asked, "So, you've never worked in tech?" James nodded. "No, sir. I've worked under cars. But whether it's an engine or a program, my job is to fix problems." There was a long pause. Then the lead engineer smiled and said, "You're not what we expected. But you might be exactly what we need." 2 days later, James got the call. "We're offering you the job. Not because of your background, but because of your mindset." Today, James works as a software developer in Seattle. He wears clean shirts now, writes code instead of fixing engines. But on his desk, there's one thing he refuses to move: a small, rusty wrench. It reminds him where he came from. It reminds him that no matter how far you go, staying humble, hungry, and hardworking will always matter.